Makerspace at LCS. Makerspace, what is it? Yes, basically it's a room that contains tools and other components that allow students who have ideas to be able to turn these ideas into a complete project. So if you look on our screen, we have a very big makerspace at LCS, and we also have available tools that students can use to turn their ideas into projects. We have tools like the 3D printers. We also have laser cutters, and then these are the tools available at the workshop. Big space that students are able to use to turn their ideas into projects. At LCS, we have several maker spaces for programming. We have space also for creating animations and then graphic designs, and then woodwork. So as we can see, this is the space for robotics, and these are some of the sample works. Students were asked to create their own organizers for shop. So they should come up with their own designs, and based on these designs, be able to defend it, tell us the benefits of the design, and then be able to transfer these designs onto their provided materials, and then cut them out and also glue them to form their main product. So as we can see from the screen, after students have been able to transfer their designs on their provided plywoods, they were also taught how to use the cutting machines to cut out the various patterns that they transferred onto. So all students took part in this activity. So this part of this presentation is showing the various students participating in this makerspace activity. We also took part in it, helping students, ensuring that the tools that they were using it in the right way in order to keep them safe. So these are some of the patterns that students are cutting out. Very interesting patterns. And after cutting, the next stage was for them to sand to ensure that they get smooth edges for their finishing work. So whilst others were still cutting, some also moved on to sanding. Others were also transferring their design onto the boards because we had few cutting machines which we could use at a time. So basically, we're working in turns. We had a sanding machine. Students were taught how to use it properly in a very safe way. Among other things, they were also encouraged to wear their goggles to prevent the wood particles from entering their eyes, and also some had to sand certain parts manually, and after try to bring these parts together to see how the finishing will look like. And as we said, others were also now cutting certain parts of their designs out because we had limited cutting machines, so we had to work in turns. It was very interesting and very encouraging to see students doing things on their own, showing their creativity, and then also learning how to share tools together to be able to come out with something creative, a product that they can use at a workshop or any other place to organize their tools. So it was really interesting activity with these students. We also took part helping students to cut out from the main board so that they can get their design on a much smaller piece and then be able to cut them out. For the first day, we were not able to complete the entire project. So at the point where the session ended, we needed to also help the students put together, tape everything together, and then also hang their designs out before they leave the class. Next day, we also had the opportunity to test with the grade 10s and the bridges that they created to see which of these bridges could withstand a weight that is 100% of its own weight. And so the first bridge we tested was able to pass that test and was very successful. So we had several bridges that we worked with on that particular day. Still in the Makerspace, students came up with their own design and then came up with these bridges themselves. And then after these bridges were tested to see whether they can withstand it. And we invited other students from the elementary school to join in cheering this activity up. So for the first bridge that we tested, it was able to withstand more than 100% of its weight, and so did not get broken. So that's the bridge that you can see at the far end. Then the second bridge by Ella could not withstand up to 100% of. So these were the activities that took place at the Makerspace. Very interesting and very encouraging. And I hope you enjoy watching our Makerspace for this week. Thank you.